Greetings, everybody. It's, I don't know, it's the 20th or something. I'm going to do a quick review. I watched 1975's Lips of Blood by Gene Roland. I've never seen one of his movies before. I know the name. I know he's like Euro. Horror cinema. That's about it. I assume he's like, I assumed it's kind of like in the Jess Franco. By the way, if you can hear, I'm listening to Ulcer. Embrace the horror. Yeah, embrace the horror. This is track 4, Cleansed by the Bones. Ulcer's great, and my friend Stan hooked me. Anyway, Lips of Blood. Cheers, everybody. I haven't been drinking lately, actually. Yeah. Ooh. So, they have a couple of Gene Roland films on Shudder, so I was like, well, let me check it out. I've actually been watching just older stuff. I'm not working on the zine or watching Righteous Gemstones. Nothing really new is. I mean, I really want to see 28 years later, but nothing new is really interesting me. I mean, I'll watch it, and if it's good, I'll like it. But just being drawn towards. And usually I like 80s, but now like 70s, right, late 60s. Anyway, it was good. I liked it. Like on Shudder, you can do reviews, and I read the reviews, and one of them was literally like one review was just like, "Yep," or like it was okay. Hell, I'll just watch it. Just watch it. So I was actually surprised. I thought it was. They say, like, some people say he just has a bare bones story, but this guy's at a party. I just wrote his name down. Jean-Louis Philippe, who reminded me of Loki. What's Hiddleston? Thomas Hiddleston. Reminded me of him, and he sees he sees a poster photograph, and it unlocks a memory where he was a little kid. He like walks up to a castle, and there's like a Joan of Arc looking girl on the other side of the gate, and like she lets him in, and she's all, "Go to sleep here." It's just weird. And then later she wakes him up, and he's like, "Give me a kiss." And so this, like, seeing this unlocks this memory, and then he's all, "Well, who took the picture?" And then he's at a party. And the person throwing the party gives him the address of the photographer, so he goes there to find out more about it. When he goes to the photographer's, there's this hot, naked French chick. She looks like, and she does not look like 70s naked. She looks like now. She's really pretty, boobs. She doesn't even have a big bush. She's like trimmed, which is weird. You think 70s nudity, you think big bush. She looked great, and then she like. Starts coming on to the guy, I think his Frederick, I think his name was. She starts coming on to him. I was like, wow. And he starts talking to the photographer, and then she comes on to him too. So I thought this was going to be like a sex movie. It's not really. It's just a very quiet, drawn out. I guess some people say it's boring, but there's a lot of walking that someone pointed out, but Roland, he imbues it with this dreamlike quality that I started it late. I watched the first 30 minutes and I was dozing off. So I watched it. I started it one night. Next day I was working on the zine. Finished it yesterday. I just watched it as soon as I got home. It's an hour, 26 minutes. Last hour, yeah. There's no gore. It's got vampires. It's got bats, coffins. And just, yeah. I'm looking for movies like, I just said I'm like into 70s stuff right now, but movies like Doom, uh, Black Sheep, what's Barbarian. Just I'm trying to like movies that are just like hard hitting. Evil Dead, is just like one of my. I think that's how I'm judging movies now. Like a movie that's just fast paced, gory, funny, bloody, crazy with monsters. Lips of Blood is none of that. So it has vampires. He unleashes these vampire women, and they got plastic fangs. They walk real, there's like zombie like. They wear these diaphanous shawls that you could see through, and they bite someone on the neck, and you're dead in like a second. So it's not very scary. I never explain them, really, other than they're vampire. Well, actually, yeah, they do explain. At the end, you find out like. It's pretty vague, and like after a while it's like, okay, this doesn't make sense. But at the end, you find out what's going on, why he remembers this girl, and he sees visions of her. And I was okay, it's just whatever. But then at the end, you get an explanation of why he sees this Joan of Arc vampire girl, like, and then she'll disappear. Where these other vampire girls came from, and then it has like a little more tacked on, like where a movie would usually end. I know this one. This is a Dead Maggot Spitting Head. So yeah, where like a movie would normally end, you get a little more explanation and some really cool imagery, I thought, and then the ending is just weird. I'll just spoil it. Like him and the vampire girl, I guess she turns him into a vampire. They don't show that, but they lock themselves in a coffin, and they're on the shore of the sea, and they get swept out to sea. And he's like, "We'll find an island, and we'll just we'll lure rich sailors to the island and take whatever." He doesn't even say that. He just says, "We'll lure rich sailors to the island." I'm assuming they'll just take whatever they need. I guess the blood. And it just ends like that. You see the coffin floating in the ocean, and there's a ship in the background. The movie looks good. Yeah, there's some really striking imagery. Some really dreamy parts. As I was watching, I was like, what? I was going to say, like, Jess Franco, because this is French, if I didn't already say that. So you got like the Italian, which is almost like normal to me now. Spanish horror movies. I haven't seen too many French horror movies. I've seen a few, but it's a puzzle. You got Italian, Spanish, and French, and they all fit in there. They're all like intermingling. And yeah, I enjoyed it. And watching it, I watched it on my computer. I shouldn't watch a movie like that, but this is streaming now. Now I'm streaming. I hate to admit it. I've been streaming more lately than watching like physical stuff. I need to replace my VCR. But I would say if you're into all the like Fulci, Argento, Bava, Suavi, Nashi, and you just haven't seen Franco, and if you haven't dabbled in Roland yet, and you have Shudder, watch. Someone said Lips of Blood is his best movie. They got Fascination on there, which I really want to see. It has Bridget Leahy, who the first time I saw Bridget Leahy was in a porn, and she's porn and just normal movies, which is weird. I mean, that shouldn't be weird. And there's other adult movie actors that have crossed over. But that's the first time I ever saw her was doing porn, and then she's done a bunch of just genre films. What else was I gonna say? The Nude Vampire. They have like 4 of his, maybe 5 of his films. I do want to see the rest of them. I would give it a 3.5, just because it's so weird, and bizarre. Oh yeah, kind of reminds me of a not as good David Lynch story. Like I could see David Lynch making a movie about someone that sees a photograph and it unlocks memories, and they go on this weird journey. Also reminds me, like, I could see like Clive Barker writing this story like this, because I was like, what is this reminding me of? And like I was gonna say, like, it's like a Jess Franco movie, but it's not. I hate to say it, but this is better than most Franco films that I've seen. But I do like Franco. So yeah, I would give it a 3.5. Last thing I want to show you, I got issue 5 of Bug Wars. Soak that in. This is one of the better comics that I've come across. I mean, I go to the comic book store, and it's actually a blessing that there's not too much good stuff on the racks anymore. Like, man, when I was going into the comic book store here in San Antonio called the Dungeon, I didn't know, like, I look back, everything on the racks was good. It was worth buying. And now I'll be honest with you, I pick up random comics and I'll look at them, and it's the main, almost everyone is just like a black female lead character. And I was like, just, no one wants to read that. And if it's good, I mean, yeah, there's good black female characters in comics, but they don't care to put the time, effort, or creation into any of them now. They're just, here you go. Anyway, Bug Wars is really good if you. And I got the second issue of Horror Business zine. Totally handwritten. I want to do a handwritten zine. Like, it's really hard. So Horror Business on Instagram, it's in praise of books and Books Us. I'll put it in the description below. I want to see The Touch of Satan and The Comedy of Errors and Attack of the Beast Creatures. I've never seen that. They review The Substance, The Comedy of Terrors, Attack of the Beast Creatures, and Touch of Satan, and a book spotlight on American Psycho. So yeah, just support this zine. What else? That's about it. So, let me know what you think, and if I haven't done reviews in a while, I just haven't felt like it, but we'll see you.